I'm going to do part 2 of the Spiegelau glasses. I've changed the light in here a little bit, just to see what it's like and improve it a bit. I've got the tulip glass this time and a normal pint glass, and let me just grab the beer. We've got a proper job to try, one of my favourite beers. I will do a review of this in another video, but just for experimental purposes I thought it would be good to get a beer in there. And I've also got a thermometer with me, or 2 thermometers, to check the whole temperature thing. Very strange marking on the crown cap there. It's like it's had a bit of a sat somewhere a bit sticky and it's all gone a bit strange. But anyway, so we go with the tulip glass first. Top that one off. Must admit, it looks very flat at the moment, no head. I don't ever remember a proper job looking like that in the glass before. I'm not sure if the bottles had a bit of a defect in it. But anyway, I found out a little bit of information earlier that I was trying to say in my last video but couldn't quite get it out. It says that the thin glass will keep the Spiegelau glass will keep colder than a thick pint glass, because thick iron oxide glasses you're familiar with draws temperature from the beer instead of insulating the beer. Also, iron oxide in glass in the typical pint glass is porous, has fine cavities, and it collects remains of whatever is in the last glass. The iron oxide glass is not clear. Look through the glass and you'll see a greenish hue. The Spiegelau glass is perfectly clear. Under an electron microscope, the iron oxide glass shows pits in the surface of the glass, while the platinum glass is smooth as glass. To prove this, in a glass tasting test, and it says the results were easy to see. The condensation on the pint glass extended beyond the level of the beer, proving that the glass was absorbing the coldness of the beer, while the Spiegelau glass only had condensation on exactly where the beer was in the glass. So, would I say that's true? There's no condensation above that. I can't really say. It has gone a little bit above, but I would say it's only exactly where it is in the Spiegelau one. As for clarity, I would say you do see your beer a lot better through the Spiegelau glass. It just seems to look better. Right, instantly again. I'm getting much more hop aroma from the tulip glass, which could be the shape of the glass, it could be the glass, than I am just from the pint glass. I mean, I know it is closer to the top than it is in the pint glass. It's almost a bit of a slightly biased comparison, but even tilting that, you're not getting as much on the nose. There is definitely hops there, but the Spiegelau smells much more hoppy. Right. Temperature. So we've got a probe one here. Do the Spiegelau glass. So it is at 13.4. Then pint glass. Is 13.5, so they're exactly the same at the moment. What I intend to do, I'm going to drink a bit out of them, stop the video, leave it for a bit, come back and see if the Spiegelau is colder for longer than the pint glass is. So what I'll do, I think I'll time it from, say, do 5-minute intervals, and I'll come back. If there's no change, I won't bother showing it on camera, but if there is, then I'll refilm it and show you. But I'm going to give them a little taste test before I go off. So I'll go with the pint glass this time. I have to say, this isn't the best bottle of proper job I've had. It feels woefully thin and not like it normally does. I don't know, it's very strange. I'm a bit concerned that the crown cap maybe weren't on properly. It's got a very funny ring around the crown cap. It's okay, it's drinkable, it's not off or anything, but it just doesn't taste like it normally does. Right now, the Spiegelau glass. Right. Definitely prefer that again. I don't know, it just feels like it rolls out the glass a lot easier. It just seems to taste better. I don't know if it's a psychological effect after reading all the faff on the box or whatnot, but for me, I'm sold so far. I do like that tulip glass, it's a nice one. I've never had one personally myself, but right, I'm not going to drink too much more of that. I'm just going to leave them there, and I'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll see if the Spiegelau is kept it as cold. So we'll give it one more before we go. So the Spiegelau is 14.2 pint glass, 14.4. Right. Right. 5 minute update. Pint glass is now 15.6. That was 14.2. No, 14.4 a minute ago. And the Spiegelau glass is, it stops, 14.9. And that was 14.2 a minute ago. So I mean, it's not a massive difference, but it does seem to be, there is a difference. It seems to be that the Spiegelau glass does hold the coldness for longer. But whether you'd really, you know, notice that depends on, I don't know how quick you drink your beer, I suppose, but I mean, it is doing what it says. I can't honestly say that the condensations rose up that glass any more than the Spiegelau one. I mean, a very, very minute amount, but I mean, that is exactly where they said it was, but I don't know how cold that beer was in that the other review that was done, but I wouldn't say there's a lot of difference in that, but it obviously is holding the temperature a lot better than a standard pint glass, so on that front it wins. I might do one more taste test and do something like a stout or a porter or something versus that in a normal pint glass, or I might use one of the other glasses, like the wheat glass, and put a wheat beer in it and compare the two then and see if it makes any difference. But as it stands, I think they're a great glass, I think, so cheers.